Hey everybody!
Hello!
So we are currently still in Punta Gorda, Florida at the parents' house. They are on vacation. They went to Vancouver, so we're staying here watching our dogs and watching their dog Daisy for them while they are gone. But while we're here, I have to take advantage of this giant kitchen that they have, especially, you know, all I have is normally my little RV kitchen. So I'm excited to take advantage of their giant kitchen today, and I'm gonna make something I have never made before.
Ooh, what are you making?
Lasagna, which I love lasagna, and it's funny to think about that I have never even attempted to make it. So we're going to do that. Also, we did, before they left for their trip, we did drive around the canals and kind of check out some of the damage that Ian did. So we're gonna include that in this video as well. So yeah.
All right,
Stay tuned.
let's start cooking.
Let's do it.
We are Kim and Erin, and this is Zach and Cody. We are best friends living and traveling full-time in our renovated RV, Lucy. We have been on the road since October 2020, so please subscribe to join in on all the fun.
RVTV, K&E RVTV, sing it with us.
RVTV.
Daisy Mays, Cody, your boyfriend. You're holding hands. You love playing with him so much. You're gonna miss him when he's gone.
She's keeping him young. All right, so I'm half making this lasagna because the pasta sauce we're gonna be using is Mama Bear's recipe. She makes the best marinara sauce, like the best. So luckily she always makes big batches, so there was some in the freezer. So I just defrosted that, so that's the sauce we are gonna use for the lasagna. But we're gonna get started by making our ricotta mixture for the lasagna. So first things first, we have 32 ounces of ricotta cheese. I'm using the whole milk. You can use, you know, your preference, but this is what I'm gonna use. So we're gonna dump this in the bowl first. And I have to read the recipe because, again, I haven't made this before. 32 ounces of ricotta, and then we're gonna use 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella. Oh, that good cheese. This is a cheesy lasagna recipe that I found because cheese is life. Okay, so we have, the ricotta, 8 ounces of mozzarella, and then we're doing a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. And then we have a 1/4 of a cup of parsley. And then we're gonna do a tablespoon of basil, and I'm using this stir-in basil paste, but you can use dried basil, fresh basil, whatever you prefer. Just like the parsley, you could use fresh or dried, whatever your preference is. So we're gonna do
I'm pretty sure I just turned on this oven.
You turned it off?
Turned it on with my hip?
Oh.
Or was it
well,
already on?
I have it yes, I do
I think
have
I
the
touched
oven
it.
preheated to 350. So you
Okay.
can start off with that. So that way when you're ready to roll, she'll be preheated and you can pop her in. Okay, so we did our ricotta, our mozzarella, our Parmesan, our parsley, and our basil. And now we're gonna go ahead and mix this up well together. Oh, I'm gonna do a little Himalayan pink salt as well. This is just kind of like, I'm adding this. This wasn't in the recipe, but I do like to season. I'm a seasoned girl. I like to season things well. I like a lot of flavor. I'm gonna do a little garlic too, because garlic is also
Doesn't hurt.
delicious. Exactly. The more garlic, the more better. So we're gonna mix this all together well, and then I will show you the next step in building our lasagna.
While Erin's over there stirring, I'm gonna show you my project that I'm working on. A puzzle! I was gifted this beautiful Disney puzzle. It's a big one, 1,500 pieces, but there's so many different Disney characters all around it. Comes with this paper too, makes it easier to look at when you're doing it, but I started it last night. Erin wouldn't help me sort because she's mean.
I'm not the best puzzle doer. I like the colors start messing and mixing with me, and my eyes are not the greatest. And
I love puzzles.
yeah, you do.
All mixed up.
It looks pretty well incorporated to me. So our next step is we're going to do 1 cup of sauce directly in the bottom of our 13 by 9 baking dish is what we're using. And this recipe calls for the oven ready lasagna sheets, so you don't have to boil it, so that saves you a step. And 3 sheets fit perfect in a 13 by 9. So just to give you that information. So let me get that 1 cup here. And we're just gonna put a layer of this just right on the bottom. I'm gonna spread it around a little bit just to kind of cover the whole bottom of the pan.
I'm excited.
Oh, and literally.
And I'm not the biggest fan of red sauce or pasta sauce, and to me this sauce is amazing.
She makes the best sauce. Okay, so we're gonna open this bad boy up, and we're gonna do the sauce and then a layer of the noodles to start off. So we're just gonna lay these down. Oh, watch out, Zach.
There's dogs under my feet.
Yes, they have to be in the kitchen whenever I'm cooking because they're hoping for me to drop something. All right. So we got our first layer of the noodles. Now I'm going to my phone for the rest of the recipe because I only wrote down half of it.
Genius. Everyone's joined us in the kitchen.
Okay, so now we have our 1 cup of sauce down and then our layer of the noodles, and we're gonna do 1/4 of the cheese mixture. So I'm just gonna kind of like eyeball it, just, you know, try to separate it into the 4 equal parts that
I never knew oven-ready lasagna was a thing. That you didn't have to cook the noodles?
Yeah, we'll see how it comes out.
That's kind of cool.
I hope it's yummy. Again, I've never made lasagna in my life, but I do really enjoy it. Hopefully this will be tasty.
We all know that I haven't made it either.
I want Kim to bake us something, but I don't know if it'll happen. I was like, don't you guys want to see Kim cook something? Let us know in the comments. Do you want Kim to bake us something up? Let us know. So I'm gonna try to kind of spread out my cheese layer as best as I can, just to kind of get it even.
So you do this like 4 times?
Yeah, I think it's a total of 4 layers. Yeah, because the cheese, we're doing 4 portions of it, so I guess it's gonna be 4 layers altogether. So just kind of spreading it out. Okay, so now we're gonna do 1 cup of the sauce on top, and you can use, you know, sauce with meat in it or sauce without meat in it, or chicken, or, you know, whatever kind of protein, or without protein if you want to make it vegetarian. But Mama makes really yummy ground beef in her sauce, so that's what we have in our lasagna, which is my preference anyway for lasagna, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so now we need to do another layer of noodles. They do kind of feel weird.
It's like cardboard.
Yeah, so I hope they're gonna be yummy, but I'm not upset about it. Enough cheese will make anything good. And then we're gonna repeat this 3 times. Okay, so we did our last layer of ricotta. So now we're gonna do our final layer of the noodles. And we're gonna top this off with some more marinara sauce. It said only a 1/2 cup for this layer, because we're gonna be covering the foil and then baking it, and then for about 45 minutes, then we're gonna take the foil off and then add the rest of our mozzarella cheese and some Italian seasoning to finish it off. Sound good?
Sounds amazing.
I'm excited.
And we have garlic bread.
Oh yeah, 5 cheese nuggets.
That's a Mac Daddy tinfoil.
Yeah, man.
Costco. Going in.
Again, we preheated the oven to 350, and we're gonna do 45 minutes.
45 minutes at 350.
Yes, and then after that, we'll take the foil off, layer it with the mozzarella, the Italian seasoning, and then finish it off like that.
Sounds amazing.
I'm excited.
Since it's Halloween, we had to break out the Halloween candy. Butterfinger, thank you. Thank you. The puppies are playing.
We watched the Dolphins today, and they won.
The Dolphins won. The puppies are playing. Cody's having a great time playing with Daisy. She doesn't leave him alone.
They love Grandma and Grandpa's house. It's like Disney World for them.
Thank God this house is still standing after the hurricane came straight through here.
Yeah.
But I guess now's a good time. I'll put in the footage for you guys of us driving on the boat, checking out the damage that happened here in Punta Gorda from Hurricane Ian.
Right now. Hey everybody. Hello. Today we are headed from Orlando to Dad's house in Punta Gorda. We are almost there, but we decided to do kind of like a driving intro because we've started to see some of the uprooted trees and some over the leftovers from Ian. So I don't know what else we're gonna see. Like I said, we got before we said before we didn't get very much information from our parents because they have really shoddy cell service and no Wi-Fi. So that is the territory we are headed in today.
Hurricane Ian was not nice to this area.
It was not.
I went right over this area.
Yeah, our parents got very, very lucky. But still almost 3 weeks later, there's no Wi-Fi and still very shoddy cell phone service. But luckily they did get electricity back only after 4 days. So luckily they still have AC and AC and electricity. So I don't know if we're gonna see anything of value on the way. But if we do, we will film it for you. But we're about 20 minutes away from their house. And the boys are ready to get out of the car. Right, boys? You ready? You've had enough of the car rides? Our gypsy trip, we went from Tennessee to South Carolina to Orlando to South Florida, back to Orlando, now to Southwest Florida. So we have been gypsies living out of the car. The boys are probably never going to want to go bye-bye in the car ever again.
Sleeping on air mattresses, sleeping on couches, a couple beds here and there.
Yep, living out of our bags. So we're definitely living the gypsy life right now. But I mean, it has been exciting, adventurous, and exhausting. Kim rolled her ankle the day before we had to leave, but she's been a trooper, so it's still swollen. But
yes, driving was not fun.
Yeah, she's been a trooper.
Thank God for cruise control.
For real. But we've seen some like uprooted trees, some buildings that definitely got some pretty heavy damage so far. So we will keep you updated. But now we're gonna play some music, so we'll see you in a little bit. We've already seen some emergency vehicles and things like that. Fixing power lines and see all the bare trees. But we've seen a lot that have been they were just ripped right out of the ground.
Huge ones.
Yeah. Ian was not playing around. All right, it's still very bright, so I'm not sure if you can see anything, but we're seeing a lot of debris down on the ground still. But I mean, it looks like it's been pretty, put together, organized.
Downtown Punta Gorda looks pretty good.
Yeah, we just saw a few fences down, nothing crazy. So that's awesome.
The restaurants were open.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just so weird seeing all these palm trees without heads. It's crazy. Right? Wow, that was a big pile over there.
Look at them all. It all looks so sad.
It's crazy. It's just it's really hard for us to come and see, some of these things because we were so worried about them. In Tennessee, you get kind of like survivor's remorse when you're from Florida and then you leave Florida and then a hurricane comes and your family and friends are still there. So that was definitely very, very hard, and that's the first time we experienced that since we started our travel life. But we're happy that everyone is okay, and we're still praying for those who are struggling, and we just got to get through it and hope we get lucky the rest of this hurricane season.
Sad. I feel like they got very lucky here though.
So lucky, especially compared to Fort Myers, which is not even an hour, like barely an hour away.
So we are currently driving around on the boat in Punta Gorda a few weeks after Hurricane Ian and looking at all the damage. It's the first time my dad's having his boat out.
And it still works?
And it still works. So we never even thought this was going to be possible. And we're so excited. This is my dad's dog, Daisy.
She just turned 1 yesterday.
Yes. Wow. Look at this. Everything. So sad, but frankly I think they got really lucky here. And it could have gone way worse.
That pontoon flipped over.
Yep. There was a pontoon flipped over. A lot of roof tiles missing. A lot of people have tarps on their roofs. A lot of screen enclosures around the pools are all gone. But most people's boats still look intact. But there's definitely some casualties. It all depended on the wind and where your house was. It's really crazy. One house was touched. The next house next door looks perfectly fine. It's like crazy. Yeah. Screen at that house is completely gone. This house next door, completely intact. That one, completely intact. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any
That's the way
sense.
Mother Nature rolls.
The dogs are loving my dad's new boat. They had just gotten this boat a few months ago, right before the hurricane. Oh, you see this bridge right here? During the hurricane, we're in Tennessee. We found a YouTube live storm chasers, and they were sitting right on top of this bridge.
Right down the road from their house.
That's what we watched the whole time during this hurricane. Deathly afraid.
It was terrifying, but at least we knew what was going on a little bit, so.
There's a boat over there in the water. Crazy. Some seawall damage here. We've seen quite a few spots like that. Puppies are loving it. They love that they can stick their head through that little hole and see out, see the water.
Cody's favorite thing is to be on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. Yeah, you lay down.
This boat's on its side over here. Crazy. It's in the yard. But for this hurricane being almost a category 5 in the eye, it literally came right here through Punta Gorda. I think they got pretty lucky.
Could have been much, much worse.
It's weird when you start seeing palm trees down. Palm trees are supposed to be hurricane proof. And a lot of them were, but a lot of them are all leaning all crazy now, and they're all wind blown. They had like 190-mile-per-hour winds coming through here.
It's crazy.
So
like hearing that and then seeing what we saw and then being here, it's like, it's crazy. But I feel like it still sucks the damage. It's gonna cost money and stuff. A lot of people still have their homes, they're standing, and I think that's really, you know, it could have been devastating. So this area got very lucky.
Coming to a lot of damage here. This seawall in the big section. Some screen's gone. Crazy. Oh, there's a boat. There's a boat in the water up over here. It's crazy. But the babies are loving it. Cody's been searching for dolphins the whole time.
Yeah.
He hasn't found any, unfortunately. Out in the Charlotte Harbor, it was a little rough out there, so we didn't spend too much time out there. Look at this boat in the water over here. Ouch. Hello, Miss Daisy. They got it bad here. That house took it bad. Maybe because it's like this and the canal's going this way.
It's okay.
Aww.
That's a little baby. That's a little baby.
Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? They're adorable. We're back.
We are back. Watch out for babies and boys and girls and all the things. Ooh, it smells so good. I am so excited. Alright, so it's been about 50 minutes. So we're gonna take the foil off. Ooh, honey.
It's bubbling.
Oh my god, it smells so good. So now we're gonna top it with some more mozzarella cheese. It smells so good, I'm telling you. This sauce is what's gonna make it, I bet. I bet.
After the whole bag of cheese goes on.
Yes, another 8 ounces. We did 8 ounces of mozzarella in the ricotta mixture, and then you do another 8 ounces of mozzarella on the top, and then sprinkle with some Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning.
And then we're gonna pop it uncovered back in the oven for like 5-10 minutes for the cheese to kind of, you know, boil and crisp up. Broil and crisp up. And then after that, then we'll take it out of the oven and let it sit about 15 minutes. And that'll be perfect time for us to make our garlic bread. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Cody.
I can't stay away from the puzzle.
At least you're making some kind of progress.
And we're watching Halloween Town.
Yes. Get ready for tomorrow is Halloween. So this is the garlic bread we're gonna have tonight. The Pepperidge Farms 5 cheese crusty baguette. Because the lasagna is almost ready. I'm just letting it boil up. Bubble up a little bit more. This is super easy. You just put it in the oven 400 for 9 minutes. Now let's check this guy out. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Watch out, Daisy. Good. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Wow.
That looks yummy.
Y'all, have you made lasagna before? Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
What do you do differently? What do you like to do?
Tell me your tricks and your tips. Because this is my first attempt, so we'll see. But it smells amazing.
I think it'll be alright.
Cut into this bad boy.
How long do we let it sit for?
Well, it ended up probably being like 20 minutes. But do at least 15.
Yeah. It's still steaming. Steam heat. Thank you for cooking, Erin.
I always say don't thank me till you try it. But I'm gonna take my first bite of my first ever lasagna that I've ever made.
I always appreciate you cooking for me.
I'm glad.
Bet you all wish you had an Erin out there.
It's still hot. It is delicious.
Yes?
Oh my goodness. The cheese in here, the flavor came out really, really nice. The noodles are great.
Yeah?
I would use these no boil noodles again for sure. Maybe in even some kind of other different recipe. But it's really good, but it's really hot.
This is really good.
You like it?
Yeah. I do like the noodles too.
Right? They turn out
Very
good.
cheesy.
They turn out well.
Very, very cheesy.
Yeah,
Garlic
it's
bread's
definitely
pretty good too.
Yeah, I love this garlic bread. You can cut it as big or small as you want. It came out pretty crispy. But lasagna is so good. It's like definitely, it's a cheesy lasagna, which I really like because I do love ricotta cheese. And the noodles came out perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
Great with
Happy
mama's
girl.
pasta sauce.
Yes, goes perfect with your mother's homemade pasta sauce. But cheers, y'all.
Here's my puzzle progress. That was a hard word to say.
She sucked me in. I helped her with a couple pieces.
Like 2.
Like
just
5.
so she can say she helped.
Like 5.
5.
Give me my credit. With my credit.
Here's your high five for your 5 pieces.
Yeah, lasagna came out really well. I really enjoyed it. It was cheesy, just how I wanted it to be. Again, those noodles were super easy to use. So I give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Alright guys.
I'll probably stop seasoning in my teeth anyway.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I think they got pretty lucky with the hurricane here in Punta Gorda, considering 45 minutes south in Fort Myers what they got.
So other story. Yeah. So they're very, definitely they have damage to their house, which is, obviously no fun, but it could have been much, much worse. So we're very, very thankful.
Yep.
And I enjoyed cooking in the kitchen tonight. I have an actual kitchen with numerous ovens that I can plug in on every appliance and do everything I wanted at one time, which was very nice.
Yes.
But so thank you, Daddy and Diane, for your kitchen. And if y'all enjoyed this video, please hit your like button. Hit your notification bell so you'll be notified the rest of our Florida adventures and we head back to the Smoky Mountains. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye y'all.
Bye.